Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Pattaya. Show which about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information, advice, and welcome back to part two. Phil, how you doing, man?
I've been sitting here for 3 days.
Do you know what I mean, mate?
In the same t-shirt.
Same.
Waiting for part two.
Well, in part one, if we didn't just wander off and talk about so many other things that I wasn't wanting to, well, didn't want to talk about, we just ended up talking about.
Could you believe the comments on part one?
No, yeah.
Terrible. It's got repetitive stress injury pressing that delete button.
Right, so in part one, we spoke about the changes in Walking Street, the change in Beach Road, about how Naklua has developed and how Jomtien developed. So the question I've got to say to you now is, in terms of Pattaya as a city, moving forwards in 10 years' time, what do you think will be the attraction of this city in 10 years' time?
I think it's never going to change. Everyone knows what this city is. It's a party town. It's party central. Southeast Asia's, if not really the world's party town, right? And that's never going to change. They're never going to be able. Yes, there will be a push to attract families, but it will always, at heart, be a party town. I said in part one that in 50 years' time, you'll be able to come here, check in a hotel, and if you want to find a little friend, if you want to go out and have a nice coffee, top restaurants, top massage, whatever, all of that. If you want to do cultural things about Thailand, you'll be able to do that here. But at the end of the day, if you want to find a little friend, you'll be able to find a little friend, I think.
How do you think online has affected the bars?
I think positively, actually. A lot of people say, oh, the mobile phone's ruined it. Well, most people who are commenting on that are commenting on a mobile phone. And I think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I think that a lot of people say, oh, YouTube has ruined Pattaya. I think it's positive. I think it's positive because I think the girls are more. If I've lived here for 17 years, Trev, and so if it's Stockholm syndrome, I don't know what it is, but I want Thailand to do well. I want Thai people to do well. Yeah. And I've seen the whole country come up, and a lot of that is because of online activity, right? And people who do moan about online, right? How many times do you go into a go-go bar or into a bar and people complain about the girls being on the phones, but all they do is copy Falang, you know. Falangs are there, like, there's guys that come in here, there's like 20 gorgeous girls dancing on stage, and they're just sitting on the phone, you know.
I want to ask you a question, because this has happened to me many, many times over the years, and it happened to me last night, and it's something which particularly grinds me. And I know what you're going to say. I want your thoughts on this, because you've been in this scene far, far longer than I've even lived here. You go into an go-go bar, girls dance on the stage. Oh, she's quite nice. When she's finished the shift, come down, I'll buy you some drinks. You buy a girl a drink, and then she gets back up and dances. Like, why do they allow that? Why? What is the logic? Because that last night when it happened to me,
yeah, I know.
I was up, and that's it. See you later, I'm out.
Yeah,
and I came in here.
Oh, yeah, right. So, I hear what people are saying, right? But I am, as well as being the DJ at my bar Rum Runner here on Soi Buakhao, as well as being the DJ, the owner, whatever, the PR person, I'm also the mama-san, because I actually don't have a mama-san, right? And you have sets of girls, and they're called floors, right? So here we have either 3 floors or 4 floors, right? They dance for 15 minutes.
Something new every
So once
in
every hour, she would dance for 15 minutes, right, in this bar, right? And basically, first of all, the girls are here to dance. That is their job, right? Yes, they sell drinks as well, and that's important. But if you deviate, this is from my knowledge and my experience of working with girls for since 1996, actually, back in the UK.
Lucky bastard.
I know. If you deviate and say, "Oh yeah, you can stay here. There's no need to do the stage," World War III breaks out in the bar. Trust me. So you have to do it like that. Now we do have a thing in the bar here that if you want a girl to stay with you, right, you can buy her 3 drinks and she can stay with you, right? And the girls are kind of happy with that. It keeps the girls happy, right? I know what you're saying. Oh, it's just greedy bar owners, right?
No, I think that's fine. I think
trust me. If you deviate 1 millimetre in the rules of the bar, it just creates absolute panic and chaos. Sometimes I'll say to the girls, look, just go do one song and then come down if it's a really, really good customer or something like that. But even that creates problems, right? You have to have a set system. The ties are very much right. There's no grey areas with ties. I think it's either black or white. Right? And I'm not slugging Thailand off or Thai people, but that's just the way that their minds work. They like rules, they like regulations. And so if you come to a bar, now, I remember you saying you went to another bar and it was 2 or 3 customers in the bar, right? Yeah. And there was like 30 girls. I think there's room for a bit of manoeuvre in that, right? Because I've heard stories of guys being the only customer in the bar, and they go, that's the go and dance, right? First of all, the bar should have enough girls to be able to cover the stage. But I think if it happens here, right, we were really busy last night.
Yeah, so
you just have to go with a routine. I understand what customers feel about that, right? I totally understand. But they've also got to understand that the girls are here to dance, and they are dancers, right? Primarily. Girls are getting drinks, that's fine. I think if the girls, I would love it if the girls will say to a customer, like, oh, the customer says to the girl, can I have a drink? Yeah, but in 10 minutes I've got to go and have a dance.
That would be fine.
That would be fine. And I think I try to get that over to the guys. I've meeting after meeting after meeting. You've probably had staff meetings at Buzzing Bar, right? 5 minutes after the meeting, did the girls even remember what?
I'm quite lucky because I've got beer, and beer's, of course, she's amazing, and we do drum into girls, and I don't let girls get shots. They can only have drinks, normal drinks. They're not allowed to. If a customer says, "Would you like a drink?" and I see her bring back a shot, and I've done it to 2 of the guys, I sacked both of them because I came up and I said, "Sorry, did you say a shot or a glass?"
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I said a drink." Right, finish that and you're out. No, because that's just greed. I hate that. You're sitting down. I'll buy you a drink because I want to get to know you. I want to talk to you. Yeah. So here's my drink, and you go, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus
I've got a rule here that the first drink with a customer, unless the customer specifically says so, has to be like a long drink.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Has to be a long drink. But the whole situation with the girls having to dance, I totally understand customers' perceptions that it's wrong and all that, but you do slightly have to see the operator's point of view on that. And I think, is there always room for listening to customers and feedback and changing things? Absolutely, yeah, I think so.
I think you're right. When you said there about if the girl told, like yesterday, I went into a different go-go and literally bought a girl a drink, and she literally took a sip. I've got to dance now. I'm like, hang on, I haven't bought you a drink, just go and dance. I bought you a drink for you to sit down and chat to me, and that just rattled my cage.
A couple of things I sometimes do in that situation, if a customer complains, and please complain to the owner or the manager. Right. I tell you what I really hate. Can I say?
I know what you're going to say.
I don't gossip about customers, right?
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say you hate the customer that comes in, gets upset, leaves,
and then leaves. No, well, that, but I mean, I was talking to you last night, and 2 or 3 customers got up. I always try and say goodbye.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I go, if a customer, and I'll say, oh, thanks, mate. Like, I'm never coming back here again, and then just walks off. Right. Give me the opportunity to put right what is wrong. I know your time is precious.
Yeah, well, you can't put right what you don't know.
I know you're on holiday, and 9 times out of 10, the manager has no idea what's going on, or the owner has no idea. Right? But like, well, it's just scamming here, mate. And I'm going, what is it? And by the time I've asked him, he's like on a button and gone, please come and tell you what the problem is.
It was
give me the opportunity to put right what has gone wrong. Right. If you write online that has gone wrong, I can always then actually, at least I've got a focus point from him to try and put things right. I'm really sorry that happened. It shouldn't have happened. This is the reason why it did happen. I'm sorry if it spoilt your evening. Please come back into the bar. I'll buy you a drink. We'll sort this out. We'll talk one-to-one. But so actually, I don't mind people putting up when they have problems, right? But don't just leave and not tell, because then...
well, you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. And I know people's time is precious. Yeah. A lot of Americans come here, right, to Thailand. Literally, blue-collar workers in America get like 2 weeks holiday a year.
Yeah.
Right? They haven't got time for bullshit.
Yeah.
I understand. And a lot of people have got bad things to say about Americans because they always want things completely consistently right. I understand why, because they just don't have time for bullshit. So please always try and come back to me and I'll be able to put things right.
We're focusing on the negative there a little bit, which is, I know, because I wanted to talk about that. Now let's talk about the positive. Rum Runner. We're down here in Soi Buakhao. If you're not sure where to go, guys, it's very simple. Get on the Soi Buakhao Road and head towards the Buakhao Market. So depending on what way you come, if you come from Third Road, you want to turn left. You come from Second Road, you want to turn right. Head down towards Buakhao Market. And on the right-hand side, as you're going on the BART bus, you will see Rum Runner. Now, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, I'm being totally honest with you. I've been in here 4 times, 5 times now since you've opened. And every time I've come in, you've had plenty of girls, plenty of customers. How you doing that, mate? What's the success?
Honestly, there's not a magic wand. I am not Harry Potter, right?
Damn, I was hoping you'd make me good looking. No, I get too upset with people comparing me and you like we're brothers. You can make me better looking if you're Harry Potter.
I can't. Look, it's just, I think it might be just basics, you know? Like, as far as customers are concerned, right, we had a meeting at 10 o'clock this morning, didn't we? Right?
Yeah.
To do an interview. Actually, we did part 1, right? And I was here early. You was here early, right? And I know, why's Phil talking about this? Just basics, simple, basic things. Promoting your channel, promoting your bar, right?
Thank you.
Promotion, right? I've always said this. People ask me about you, and I say the first thing I say about Trevor, other than he's the handsome one, right? You're the hardest working man in this business, right?
Thank
you. You like every day. You tell me like 6 o'clock. You get up in the morning. You do your paperwork and you was here early today. So just basics like actually being here. I think I've had 1 day when I haven't actually come to the bar in 7 weeks since we've been open, right? Yeah. You come here every day and you're here. And earlier we talked about problems in the bar with drinks and stuff, girls dancing. Being there to try and sort things out like that, right? Stupid things like every Australians, Australians, the one thing they hate in a bar is warm beer.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
They hate it, right?
Yeah.
So let's get the temperature right with the beer. How about that, right? Actually, 50% of bars can't do that.
It's crazy. I don't get it. We have 2 fridges. So we have the fridge behind the bar, we have the fridge ready for the beers to go into the fridge behind the bar, and then we have the store out the back.
Yeah.
You mentioned about one thing, and I want you to just go through this in more detail. You talk about advertising. Now, I've got to say, I've lost count. The amount of times people come to me and say, well, you're lucky because you're busy. And I'm like, hang on, I'm lucky. I've got Kik, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I've got newsletters. I've got different pages in Facebook. I've got so many. I've got about 27 platforms I advertise my bar on and I do my things on. And I know you're very similar to me. You've got a very active social media. Explain what you do, Phil, because people out there, some of them, they just don't get it. And I'm like, you've got no idea. What you see is you walk in, oh, there's girls, oh, there's beer, oh, that's it. I'm going to go, cheers now, bye-bye. What they don't see is what we do behind the scenes.
Well, I used to be on the radio in England, right, many years ago. And so when somebody, my good friend Pete, Balloon Chaser, asked, why don't you, during COVID times, why don't you start doing more on YouTube? I kind of naturally went into that. So I've got my YouTube channel. Actually, previously to that, Trevor, I was quite active on some of the Pattaya social forums. So this is pre-Facebook. So Pattaya Live, Pattaya Addicts. Yeah, right. And just like, and I think it's really important about social media that it's a two-way thing. You don't just post stuff on your thread. These are my girls and me. You actually read other people's threads. And, you know, there would be people who are saying, I need to know how to get a visa, or I've got a problem. Has anyone got a recommendation for somewhere that sells a particular product they want? Right. Be the helpful person on social media.
Yeah, definitely. Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Be the helpful person. Right. And I think that's important. And everybody, I do say this, everybody has a first day at the office. Right. So it's important to, everybody has to start somewhere. And I came to Pattaya 2004 as my first day. I'd never, ever worked here before. And I've just talked to people, talked to customers. How you doing? Is everything okay? I think you'd agree. Not every customer goes into a bar and wants to speak to the manager.
No, they don't. Some people I feel I'm imposing on.
Yeah.
And I walk up, hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. They're like, I'm okay. Okay. If you need anything, just let me hear about it.
They're looking down, aren't they?
Yeah. And I find it. But then on the other side, I get so many people going, hey, Trev, how you doing, mate? I follow your channel. I know you get the same.
Yeah.
In terms of like your social media, so how's your Discord going?
My Discord is pretty small compared to yours. Everything's small compared to yours, Trevor.
Come on. It's not a competition. How's your Discord going?
About 1,000 people.
No, I mean, it's like what you do on there.
Well, so what we do, we just have, we just really centric towards the YouTube channel and now Kik and the bar. So we don't, like, I know on your Discord, you've got channels or servers for every different type of bar. You're doing your bar crawls, obviously. Well, in mine, we just talk about the pub previously. Now we talk about Rum Runner. I haven't deliberately, even though I sold the bar, deliberately haven't deleted all the stuff for the pub because it's like, those are people's memories. Just people get sentimental about bars. And, you know, there's pictures on there that people can bring back happy memories. Okay, it's not my bar anymore. But I know, I haven't deleted that. And, you know, we'll talk about flights. We'll talk about hotels. We've got a specific members area where if you're a YouTube member, you can just go in there and it's like sort of a sandboxed area where we talk about quite a lot of stuff on there, right?
Do I get slated?
No,
damn.
No, I've actually got a rule. I've got a rule on my YouTube channel, and I've got a rule on my Discord. And when people sign up, they get that box that says these are the rules of the channel. You don't talk negatively about other YouTubers because I just think it's just so negative.
It's boring as hell. It really is hilarious.
Yeah.
So, Rum Runner.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from? From the pub to Rum Runner.
If you look straight ahead, I know it's behind the camera, right? You can see a poster there. So kind in bringing that in. In Birmingham, where I'm from, second city in the UK, in the late 1960s, all through the 1970s and into early 1980s, there was a pub, a bar on Broad Street in Birmingham called Rum Runner. The term Rum Runner is something to do with importing alcohol illegally. It was like a ship that brings in whiskey and alcohol without paying taxes, right? It's called Rum Runner. There's also a cocktail, which is very big in Florida, called a Rum Runner. But the bar Rum Runner was a very famous bar. Think of the Cavern in Liverpool, right? Where the Beatles launched, and obviously Cilla Black, right?
You're showing your age now.
The Rum Runner, right? First of all, Black Sabbath started playing there live, right? When nobody heard of them. A band called Magnum, you might have heard of.
Remember Magnum.
Right? Started playing there. Certain members of Led Zeppelin. I don't think Zeppelin ever played there, but you've got people like John Bonham and some of they always used to meet there. And then famously, in the 1980s, Duran Duran played their first gigs there. Wow. And actually, if you come in to the bar, at the DJ console, there's a poster, and it's got a poster for the very first time when Duran Duran headlined the Rum Runner. They were always the support act for a band called Fashion. Right, and Fashion are actually quite big. They're actually playing in Bangkok this summer. Right,
really?
Exactly, but it's a big Birmingham band, and they're still going. But Duran Duran, for the first time, headlined. It was in March 1980, and at the time, Duran Duran were fronted by a guy called Stephen Duffy, who turned out to be a guy called Tintin, who had a massive hit called "Kiss Me." But at the time, he was the lead singer, and this is basically the Birmingham 1980s new age, new romantic scene started at Rum Runner, and everybody in Birmingham always goes on about Rum Runner. I actually never went to Rum Runner because it closed in 1985, I think it was, and I started DJing in Birmingham in 1985. I was only 17. So I never ever went there, but people just go on and on and on and on about it.
Hence the name.
And hence the name. And actually, I think I just put into ChatGPT, can we come up with a name of a Birmingham nightclub that's something about a ship, because I wanted a nautical theme, and it came up with Rum Runner. So
good old ChatGPT.
Sorry, I was a very
no, it's good. No, I like it. It's good to know the history behind it.
So, but basically, Duran Duran were born in Rum Runner,
right?
And that's why.
There we are. So if you're a Duran Duraner, then come down and speak to him. His knowledge about the music scene, as you can just tell, there is phenomenal. So fair play to that. Right, we got a guy sitting back home, never been to Pattaya before. He's coming out here. And he's heard all the doom and gloom about, it's changed, it's done this, it's not this anymore, that's all gone, this is happening. What would be your words of wisdom to him? What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, you know as well as I do, Trevor, more than anyone, that negativity gets clicks.
Yes, it does, yeah.
If you have a video that says, I met a girl in a bar, we got married, we had children, we're living a great life in America.
No clicks.
That's not very clicks.
No clicks.
I went to a bar and got scammed by a girl and she took me for millions. That gets clicks, right? So please, people, don't forget that social media is basically based around negativity these days. Yeah. So please don't get put off, right? Are there bad experiences that happen to you in Pattaya? Absolutely, right? I've been here 17 years, nearly 18 years now. I make mistakes every single day, right? But what I do is I recognise those mistakes and then I just learn from them and move forward, right? Yeah. Can you come to Pattaya like I did in the 1990s? And Trevor, I think first time you was there was
2004.
Right. Can you come here and have a fantastic holiday of your life? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a brilliant place.
Yeah. But please do not, have your wits about you, for sure, right? But please don't think that everything is negative here. Yes, the prices have gone up. Guess what? Prices have gone up in Birmingham and London and everywhere, all around the world, right? Accommodation here is cheap. The weather's nice. The beach is fantastic. That's what you like. Culturally, you can have a great time here. And as I always say, you will always be able to find a little friend here.
Yeah, definitely.
And whether that's on the beach, in a bar, online, in a massage shop, whatever, it's an adventure. Do you remember a TV series called Mr. Ben?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Right. And people who are not from the UK won't
Mr.
just
Ben,
tune out now.
Through the Wardrobe.
Not Mr. Bean, Mr. Ben.
Yeah,
right?
Mr. Ben through the Wardrobe.
And he used to go down Festive Road, like this is a kids' TV programme. He used to go down Festive Road, go into the fancy dress shop, and he used to go through a secret door.
Yeah, through the door.
Right. Every time I was driving to the airport when I was coming to Pattaya in the early 2000s, when I was a single man, free man, I was like, oh, it's Mr. Ben. I'm going to have an adventure.
I'll go through the door.
I'm going to have an adventure. And it's so true. And it's true today as it was yesterday. Yeah, there's more information here. Right. I'm sick and tired of seeing these videos of fights breaking out on various sources. Right. Actually, considering there are literally hundreds of thousands of people holidaying here every day, right, the amount of alcohol that is consumed here. I remember talking to the rep of Seagram's, which is the biggest alcohol seller in the spirits in the world, right? He was telling me how much alcohol is sold in his city every day. It is unbelievable, right? Considering all of that, actually, there's hardly ever any problems in this town, right? Yeah. And the thing is, everyone's got a phone these days, so they'll put it out. Please don't think that every day is like that it is the Wild West here, because it's not. Are there problems here? Do situations occur? Absolutely.
It happens all around the world.
Of course it
happens
does.
all around the world.
But please, don't forget, negativity, click.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Get out here, guys. Get out here. You'll have a great time.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure, mate. The time's flown through again. I've got to stop talking to you. We could do part 3, 4, 5, but we can't. I've got to go and
Thank you so much.
No, it's been a pleasure, mate.
Thank you.
Been a pleasure.
And can I just say my kick, I'm starting a live stream here on a Sunday at midnight Thai time. So work that out wherever you are.
I'll be in my bed.
We are going to do an hour of the girls here at Rum Runner. Right, we're going to be dancing. We're going to have the rock music that everybody likes here, like rock and roll, bit of disco thrown in there. And I haven't got a clue what's going to happen.
That'll be
it's
good.
like,
that'll be good.
I have no idea. Right, so we're going to have an hour show on Kick, real_Mr. Egg, and it's MISTEREGG.
I'll put the link in the description box.
Thank you so much, Joe. And so please tune in from midnight on Kick on a Sunday. It ain't Thai girls play pool. I have no idea what's going to happen. Technically, it will, of course, be perfect. And it's a multi-camera production, so please come in. I spoke to the girls and said, we're going to do a live stream. I thought they'd be like, oh, because they're all money bags, right? They can't wait.
Yeah, and that's good, mate.
They can't wait. And
well, I wish
just
you
an
well.
hour. And you don't have to throw money at them. Just watch it and have fun.
Yeah, well, I wish you well with that, mate. I'm sure it'll be a continued success. As well.
Thank you, man.
Right, guys, there you are. Hope you enjoyed this one, part 2. If you want to see part 1's link down in the description. If you missed it, Phil shares a lot more of his knowledge experience. Like I said, he's been here 17 years, a lot longer than myself, so he knows far more. He's probably forgotten more than I know, but go and have a look at those videos. All right, there we are, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you haven't, jump in the Kick/Buzzing Pattaya. We've got over 3,000 members in there. It's a great stream. We do lots of different things. We stream on a Tuesday, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're all different themes, different variation on the video. So come and have a look at that, guys. If you want to find out about the nighttime here, have a look at our Instagram account and just put in there, Buzzing Pattaya will appear. You can check out all the short reels and videos and pictures of the girls. Daytime stuff is on TikTok. Again, Buzzing Pattaya. We do hotels, food, reviews, places to see, things to do. So have a look at that, guys. Jump into our Discord. Discord's over 23,000 members in there. It's totally free of charge. It's a wealth of information. So if you're an experienced traveler and you want to see what's going on right here, right now, jump in and you can share your knowledge and share your thoughts. If you're a newbie and you are coming out, then you can ask questions in it and they get answered quite quickly. So have a look at that. And if you'd like to support the channel and the work we do, please become a member here on Buzz Pattaya on our YouTube. Send me through confirmation of membership and I'll give you access to our members only Discord area. All right, that's it from me. That's it from Phil. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, wherever you're in the world, stay safe.